Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Faith Vailoces-No.
You're watching
Silliman.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine program that talks about different aspects of Silliman University, a program initiated to discuss matters concerning the campus by the sea. Welcome to #Silliman. Maayong gabi ka natong tanan. I hope you are enjoying this holiday season. We just celebrated Christmas. I hope you celebrated Christmas with the ones you love and you had received gifts for this season, tangible or intangible gifts. Of course, tonight we have guests from the Physics and Geology department. So without further ado, let me introduce our guests for tonight. Let's start with our faculty member from the Physics and Geology department, the ever dynamic Sir Jirah Quinamot. Hello, Sir Jai, and welcome to #Silliman.
Thank you for having me, Ma'am Ron.
All right. And of course, to represent the student, but she just recently passed the Geology Licensure exam. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Andrei, Ysabel, Versario. Hello, Andrei.
Hello po.
And welcome to
Thank you
#Silliman.
for inviting us.
Now, let's talk about the recent Geology Licensure exam. How does it feel before you took the exam?
It was very overwhelming since our pioneering batch, they passed 100%.
Yeah.
So the pressure was very high. And it was very difficult for me to, since I was the only one taking the board exam, so it was very hard and overwhelming at the same time.
Yeah. To take it, just the only one taker from Silliman University, it's like you're carrying the weight of the department, let alone the school, right? But once you get the news or once you were informed that you passed the licensure exam, how did you feel about it? Or can you please walk us through the experience? What were you doing that time? How did you take it? Like that.
Okay, so our board exam, it is 3 days. So for 3 days, and on the third day, on the evening, yung results po, it will be released during that day sa third day. So it was very heavy for us and for my friends from different schools to wait until the evening. So when the news came, actually it was not me who first saw. It was my friends from senior high school who greeted me. So upon seeing the messages from them, so it was parang nabunutan ng tinik.
Yeah.
That was the feeling.
Thank you for sharing that, Andrei, and congratulations. Now, later on, I'll ask you your experiences about being a geology student. So there's a lot of going back to memory lane. Now, Sir Jai, I'd like to ask you a question. What kinds of students tend to thrive in this department or in this field, geology?
This is an outdoorsy course, so people who enjoy geology are those who want to explore the earth, nature. At the same time, students who enjoy geology are those who are inclined to reading. Because, yes. Because we cannot really teach all the concepts and facts in the classroom. So what the teacher does is to give the general concept, and it will be the students who will read deeper.
Yeah, I think that goes also to courses. No, you cannot really survive college without reading.
Yes.
Right? Now, I'd like to ask you, Andrea, let's have some recall about your past experiences. How does it feel when you first stepped foot at Silliman University, being a geology student?
It was very new, coming from a different province. So, it was pandemic pa po that time. So, the campus was really not that crowded. You cannot see students pa anywhere.
Yeah.
So, and what I first did here in Dumaguete was we were preparing for a field work. So I was going with the higher batch. They were going on a field work in Bayawan. So parang naging saling pusa po kami.
Saling pusa.
That time. So very eye-opening ang experience since it was my first time in the field also. So, it really felt new and hard pala.
Difficult.
Difficult siya.
No, but although it's difficult, it's a good thing that you passed your courses. No? Now, I'd like to ask Sir Jai here, how do the courses at your department connect theory with real-world applications, Sir Jai?
I believe that we are using teaching strategies which would apply what we call your experiential learning. Because again, geology is something that we do in the field, and there's a saying that says the earth is our classroom.
The earth is our classroom.
It's because we have to apply theories to what is or how rocks appear in the environment. So we do simulations, field simulations here at the campus. We do some what do you call that, Andrei? Mga field works ba yan in campus just to simulate what you do in the field, and then we do the actual field exposure.
All right. So, you know, you mentioned a lot of teaching strategies, and I bet you also learn with the students while also teaching them. Now, Sir Jai, I'd like to ask you a personal question. What do you enjoy most with your job?
What's really nice about geology is you discover things about the past based on the present. That's the uniformitarian principle in geology. Like on what happened in Canlaon recently, or what happened there was what you call a channelized debris flow. And I believe that our colleagues from the government have already seen that. And I had a chance of doing some hazard assessment in the field before, and I saw the probable occurrence just looking by field indications. So if you're a geologist, you can help the community through that. You could go to a certain part of a field, and then you can determine the possible hazards that may occur in 10, 20 years.
Really?
Yes,
So it's like, what do you call this one? Prediction, something like that. You can predict, you know, probable hazards.
It's more of a forecast because prediction is there's no basis. It's like you just conceive the idea out of nowhere. But in geology, we have basis from our theories to determine the possible things that may happen in the future.
Thank you for that, Sir Jai. Now, I'd like to ask Andrei. No, I don't know if this is an existential question for you, but why geology? Why did you took geology in the first place?
It was not actually my first choice, but I cannot see myself in any field but natural science. So I tried to check different programs, but geology is parang yung pinaka
closest to your heart.
Yes.
Yeah. If you don't mind, if geology was not your first choice, what was the first one?
I was considering aviation. So very malayo sa geology.
No, from himpapawid to the ground. But Sir Jai would correct me na everything is connected. No, Sir Jai, I'd like to ask you, how early can students get hands-on experience in laboratories or in the field?
Based on our current curriculum, students are already exposed during their first year. So that's first year, first semester. They're brought to nearby places where they can appreciate rocks and geological events in the past, which can be seen through the rocks.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God. So it's like, it's like the rocks hold, what do you call this one? Images, perhaps, no, of the past. But anyway, Sir Jai, what are the nearby places that the students have visited already?
We visited Valencia because it's the nearest natural laboratory
Yeah.
where they can see volcanic activity. And there are also very good sedimentary environments when we go to Tanhay, Mabinay, and Baez City.
Wow, so you explored, I think, whole of Negros Oriental, if not whole, no? But you also visited other places aside from Negros alone for your field trips?
Yes, there was a time when some of our students went to Cebu
Yeah.
to see other types of rocks not found in Negros. And I think Andrei here was exposed during her OJT at
Yes.
Baguio City,
Wow.
somewhere in the
I didn't get
Cordilleras where the rocks are different and people are mining gold, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
All right. No, so I have a lot of questions when it comes to rocks. No, because when we talk about rocks, we can also associate them with gems, no, or gemstones. When you do your field trip or exposure trip, have you found also gemstones in your on your way, Sir Jai or Andrei?
Based on my experience, Negros is a volcanic island and we don't really find gemstones in
Yeah.
that type of, we call it terrain. But based on my experience, when I went to Mindoro for a field work, I found jade. I think
Wow.
that's just what I saw because it's what's abundant there. But in other places in the country, you can really find real gemstones.
Wow. All right, Sir Jai, let's talk about the different programs in your department. Now, what are the courses being offered? Do we offer master's and doctorate degrees? No, but and also activities during your first year, and what are the things that we should look forward to in your department? But all of those things when #Silliman returns. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Silliman University.
Come and explore the campus by the sea here in the heart of the city. From an industrial school with 15 boys
to a university campus with more than 10,000 students, Silliman University stands today as one of the leading Christian institutions in the country.
Continuing to write stories over a century later.
So, why Silliman?
Because here, everyone has a place.
Because here, community ignites spirit.
because here we embrace academic excellence, inclusivity and diversity, justice with compassion, and a care for the environment, a total holistic development.
Because here, each one tells a story.
Kahit diri sa Silliman.
Dahil dito sa Silliman.
以安呢不呢非西利曼，
因为在西利曼。
なぜならシリマンでは
Victory ni Silliman.
Karena di Silliman.
Because here in Silliman,
We are home. So come, start your story with us.
And now we're back. We're still graced with the presence of Sir Jai and Andrei. No, before we took a short break, I asked you about the course offerings in your department. Sir Jai.
We have a Bachelor of Science in Geology program. And like any other schools, except of course for the engineering schools in Manila, the course specializes in pure science.
Pure science.
So it's a general course without leaning into engineering, but the specialization comes when you do your thesis. So for the specialization of the full-time faculty, I am leaning towards geohazards, as what I mentioned a while ago. So flood, landslide, and I also do environmental studies with my other colleague, Miss Manayon, and we have visiting professors who can assist them in volcanics and igneous petrology.
Right, so although we offer one course, BS Geology,
Yes.
I mean, no, they can, they can explore a specific, what do you call this one, surgery course or subject or topic.
Yes.
Right, but also in the Geology and Physics department, we also have BS Physics.
Yes.
Yeah, and do we offer master's degree courses, Sir Jai?
I think my colleagues are processing the Master of Science in Physics program because the physics team are composed of very qualified doctors and faculty with double master's degree.
Wow.
So
all right.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to that. No, Sir Jai, hopefully next year or sometime. No, let's just wait and see, guys. Now I'd like to ask Andrei here. Now, what are the characteristics or the characteristics or the things you need to have or the skills you need to equip yourselves with to thrive or survive in geology department? Survive talaga, no? It's really a hard course, no, when we say survive. But anyway, just answer the question, Andrei.
So for geology, I think you have to be very adventurous. And outgoing. Tapos, you need to also be passionate because geology is not just, you also need to read, and we need to do field works outside. So we really need to be passionate about what we do, since it really is a medyo demanding na program. So we need to be passionate.
Yeah. What do you enjoy most when you were a student, Andrei?
So when I was still a student, I really enjoy going on fieldworks most of the time, going outside.
How about the reading part?
The reading part, medyo.
Yeah. So you consider yourself as an adventurous or outgoing person?
Yes.
Alright. So I think pag sa mga hindi to boring kasama that's why you get invited also to your Christmas party, right, Sir Jai? Now let me ask Sir Jai here. Why is geology a great choice for students who enjoy the outdoors and practical learning?
Well, for one, not all people have all the intelligences.
Yes,
so
that's true.
People who tend to lean into the naturalistic side and, of course, to the logical side may come with us because they will really thrive here. And another thing is, in geology, you could actually use the skills that you have in order to help the community.
Wow.
So, as what I said a while ago, if you do geohazards, you can help the community by warning them of what's coming. And for those who lean towards economics, they can tell the government or anyone who is keen where to get the raw materials we use for mining and for construction, because basically everything we have is mined. And it's really a need in the 21st century living.
Thank you very much for sharing that, Sir Jai. Now, you mentioned about community engagement, helping the community through geology. Now, I'd like to ask, what are the activities spearheaded or organized by the department that requires community engagement?
Just recently, we had an agreement with LGU Ahong in Sibulan. Of course, with the leadership of Assistant Professor Liza Banquerigo, we had our IEC, that's Information and Education Campaign. We talked about the areas where flood is imminent using the maps of the government. And we also told them, or we actually relayed to them, the things that they have to do before, during, and after a certain geological or flooding event.
Aside from that, Sir Jai, what are the things or projects or programs spearheaded by the department that we can look forward to, and perhaps some other departments could join in this particular causes?
There are actually plans to involve other departments when it comes to environmental research, because geology is a multidisciplinary science. It's not like physics, chemistry, and biology that they really have concepts of their own. We borrow concepts from these three main sciences, and even social sciences per se, because right now I'm actually undergoing a research in relation to solid waste management, water contamination, and looking for probable sites for waste disposal. So it's really something that we could offer. There are lots of things that this field could offer, from pure physics to the lighter social sciences, especially with solid waste management and contamination of soil and groundwater.
So these projects include solid waste management and research, different research revolving around that topic. Now, since you mentioned research, Sir Jai, how does our student, or perhaps it's best to ask Andrei, you had a thesis.
Yes.
So can you please tell us your experience when it comes to research in your department?
Okay, so our teachers, they are very hands-on on what we do. So we are still building the lab, but we have equipments that we can use. So for my thesis, I did preliminary mapping and petrographic analysis on Apo Island in Zamboanga. So, for me alone, I did it alone. So, it was very challenging then since we need to go back and forth for samples, and then we also need to connect with the government, DNR, to get, since it is a protected area, so we need to get mananghid sa government. So, sa research na ako sa thesis, it was very, it was also the first slide, sir, that we've produced, di ba, sir, sa lab. So,
yes. Thin sections.
Yeah, it was the first thin sections. So, thin sections, we use microscope to check minerals.
Did you enjoy doing the research?
Yes.
Or you just enjoyed the part wherein you need to go to Apo Island? Because Apo Island is such a beautiful place to go na, diba? Right? Yes. So did you enjoy, the whole research process, or just, the very means of going there?
Yes, I actually enjoyed it because I am really interested in petrographic analysis, so more on petrology side. And then for the mapping side, I really need to map the area since Apo Island is not yet, wala pong researches on Apo Island, so we need to do preliminary researches for the island in order for us to continue and do more research about the island.
All right, thank you very much for sharing some facts about your your experience in doing your research about Apo Island. Now, I'd like to ask Rajai here, what are the different career courses awaiting our graduates?
The geology career is so broad.
Yes.
So you can go to the government, to the industry, or to the academe. Most of our students would like to go to the industry, where careers range from civil engineering to mining. So we have geologists in DPWH, specifically in the Bureau of Design, because there needs to be a geological input before a building will be designed by a civil engineer. And then in the mines, it is the primary responsibility of a geologist to look for where the ore-bearing rocks are. So mangita sila og asa ang gold, ang copper, and all those things that are, or raw materials that are required by the society. And then in the government, what's being highlighted right now is FIVOX, of course, because we have lots of active volcanoes. So FIVOX geologists do monitoring of volcanoes, and they do research on active fault lines and related hazards such as tsunami and liquefaction. And then we have DENR, where I had nearly a decade of experience before being in the academe. So they do studies on groundwater, and they do mapping of rocks in the field, because that's the preliminary data needed for exploring metals and other resources.
All right.
So, and we have geologists at the Department of Energy who look for petroleum. So it's really a very wide field. And in the academe, we have lots of researchers who engage into diverse topics, from determining estimates of the thickness of the crust to geologists who determine fossils, date fossils like the woolly mammoth in Luzon and the very old coral species in Central Philippines.
So in a nutshell, Sir Jai, there's a lot of opportunities waiting our graduates. Speaking of opportunities, I believe Andrei here is already hired, right? Right after your licensure exam, you got a job already. So congratulations for that, Andrei. Now, of course, for those who are listening to us, I bet they are now curious and eager to learn whether they are qualified to enroll for geology, right? In the geology department. So I'd like to ask this question. Is your department strand specific? Do you just accept STEAM students since it is, natural science, Sir Jai?
It is ideal that the students must finish the STEAM strand or STEM strand.
Yes.
But we are also welcoming students from UMS, GAS, and other strands. The grade requirement for STEAM is 80. I think their average must be 80, and they must have good grades in their sciences and mathematics, their grade 11 and 12. For other strands, they need to meet the same grade requirement. However, we need to gauge them through an examination if they really lean towards the sciences and mathematics. But basically, it's an open application.
It's an open application, so everyone is welcome.
Yes.
So although it's ideal to have a STEAM, background, you are open to all strands. Thank you very much for that, Sir Jai. And of course, for the application or who to call whenever students are interested in the program, like what is the hotline?
They can dial the trunk line of Silliman University, and the local is 317.
Okay.
And they can email us at physics@su.edu.ph.
Of course. Do we have a social media presence also, Sir
We
Jai?
have a social media presence. We have 2 pages, one for the faculty, that's Physics and Geology Department, and for the student page, that's Silliman University Geological Student Society.
All right. Thank you very much, Sir Jai, for spending your holiday season with us here at, #Silliman. And of course, Andrei, for coming here to Dumaguete City to celebrate, of course, your Christmas party and be here with us at #Silliman. And of course, congratulations once again. Thank you very much, everyone, for choosing to spend your Monday night with us here at #Silliman. And we wish you a Merry Christmas and advance Happy New Year, and let us not forget, all glory is for the Lord. Hello there, Sillimanians. Thank you for watching #Silliman. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share this episode, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, that is #Silliman. We are also present on YouTube, that is still #Silliman, and you can click the notification bell to get more updates. And please catch us at Field Products, Channel 6 every Monday at 8 p.m. And replays will be shown every Tuesday before the noontime news and every Saturday after the noontime news. On behalf of Joshua Soldivillo, this is Ronelyn Vailoces-No. See you next week only here on #Silliman.